Hello, and as you may not know, I am a big fan of Speedroids. It is my favorite deck, and I would do anything for them to make it to be better. And would you know, make yourself feel alive with Speedroid in Supreme Darkness. And I would just like to go over the support we got because I think it's worth talking about me as a professional quote unquote player of Speedroid, or at least one that doesn't play Terratop and Tekatomborg to make a quick rank 3, but actually uses their effects and goes with the flow of the speed. So let's get to it. So Speedroid Clackernel is a wind machine pendulum effect monster. It has a pendulum scale of 8. It is a level 2, 200 attack, 1800 defense. Its pendulum effect goes that you can only use this effect once. Of course, it's a hard once per turn. You can banish one Speedroid card from a graveyard, place one Speedroid pendulum monster from your deck into your pendulum zone. You cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except wind monsters. I'll judge it after I read the monster effect. And the monster effect he has two effects in honesty, although you will probably only use one of them, but you never know. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Speedroid Clackernel from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And if you do, it is treated as a tuner. And the second effect is if your clearing monster battles while this card is face up in your extra deck during damage calculations, you can banish this card, and if you do, that monster gains 700 attack. And to judge him properly, I would say that he on his own is pretty bad. His effects on his own are not that great. Speedroid is known to not play pendulum monsters because the only pendulum that is really played is Marble Ball Machine, and he just is an additional search on normal summon. However, if we just scroll down a little bit, we'll see the new Speedroid Wing Synchron, which is a wind machine pendulum tuner effect monster with a pendulum scale of 4, level 5, 1500 attack and 1000 defense. And they're very connected because once per turn you can destroy both this card and one level 2 wind pendulum monster in your pendulum zone, like for example Clackernel. And if you do special summon one clearing Synchro Dragon from your extra deck, this is really a Synchro Summon. Also for the rest of the turn, cards in your pendulum zone cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, you cannot special summon monsters except wind monsters. And the monster effect goes that you can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is added to the extra deck face up, and there are 2 or more different monster types among the wind synchro monsters you control, you can send one Speedroid spell trap from your deck to the graveyard. Now, I do think this effect is good because you place Clackernel in the. They have some synergy, you place Clackernel in your pendulum zone, you activate the effect. Of course, this is more of an extender play than actually like starter, because obviously you would like to start with making the link for whatever means necessary, but this might be just a different type of an extender. But I don't know how you would get to it. Maybe go with like the standard play, but I don't know how you would get there. I'm thinking, but I would need to like play them to actually see it. But generally speaking, I think that you would start with obviously Terratop, which is now at 3. Add like Card Turbo, special summon Card Turbo. Then activate then make the link. Link adds you the Marble Machine and something else, and you hope that Marble Machine or something that will get you the Marble Machine, and you get the Marble Machine, and Marble Machine or Crackle now maybe, which would need which means you would need to play a level 4 synchro, but we'll get to that. Or a level 5, you can banish level 5 and then see. And then you normal summon Marble Machine. Um, because you wouldn't use a normal summon, maybe then you add like I'm thinking of something. All right, maybe you would play and then Horse Tails and then make it the link, and then you would like I guess go for like speed. Maybe like go for the link standard send 7. Get W-yo send to the graveyard third top. Normal summon through the effect of the link of the rubber band shooter. W-yo brings back third top. Third top adds Marble Machine. On normal summon this guy. Add Clackernel. Clackernel, like maybe you can. I'm thinking of something here, alright, but it's a little bit complicated. And the effect of sending Speedroid Spell Trap to the graveyard, I think it's fine if you can pull it off, because, well, the thing is that it might be a little bit complicated to get 2 out, but if you have already 2 out, which I think it is quite possible if you're going for like the new boss monster, which we'll get to last, and we will you can probably, you would actually have like the new Synchro 5, and then you would probably like be capable of using the effect, maybe send Duplicate or the new trap that we'll get to later, and maybe then. And if you're wondering what's the mechanical sound, I'm playing with something from Kamen Rider Gav, which I will make a short about. But yeah, let's get to the less quote-unquote important synchro, which is a high-speed Road Glider 2, which would mean we have one. I don't think I remember the first one, although we might have as well just check, right? Yeah. Speedroid Glider. Nope. Alright. Alright. So, it is a level 5 synchro tuner effect monster wind machine. Obviously, it's a Speedroid. It has 1600 attack, 2200 defense, and it requires 1 machine tuner and 1 plus non-tuner monsters, which I think the distinction of 1 plus 1 is a little bit redundant because it's a level 5, and Speedroids can make from 2 monsters or even a single monsters a level 3 or even 7, so I think it's a little bit redundant, but maybe something will be there. Maybe, who knows. But yeah. If this card is Synchro Summon, of course both effects are once per turn. But you can use both of them, so that's cool. And if this card is Synchro Summoning, target 1 level 1 non-tuner level 7 or lower wind synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So if you like wait, hold on. And dice. Just let me remind myself on the specifics of its effect. Speedroid, yeah. So you can use this guy, but if you like made this guy, well, normal, your normal crystal wing synchro dragon is a graveyard. You can like bring it back, or you can also go with like any other. If you're willing to go for like some other play, it's fine. If your opponent special summons a monster and you control a clearing monster, you can banish this card from graveyard, increase the levels of all face-up monster your opponent controls by 5. And you might think it's bad effect. However, it's very situational effect, alright? If you like, If you play against a synchro deck, it's all good, because this effect will pretty much ruin their plan and they will have to deviate. Like if you're playing against Red Dragon Archfiend, they will have to make alternative plans or like skip some effects, because obviously they cannot play. If you're playing against an Xyz deck, then it also goes to shit, because naturally they don't, like, if there's like Razor or Fish or whatever, they like cannot do anything. Also, you ban makes that rank 10, and with that they cannot really make it, and some effects might also not go through. It really depends, but I think this effect is fine. And the trap Speedroid Clearing Wonder is a normal trap. First and second effect once per turn. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of different monster types among the wind synchro monster you control, destroy them. That is not that good, because max you can do is 2, and you probably want to end on at least 2 dragons, so it's 1, but maybe you can like go for 2. And if your opponent special summon a monster, you can banish this card from graveyard, then target one wind synchro monster you can control, banish it, then return it to the field. It might be helpful to like dodge some effects or maybe respawn it. I at first was thinking of using this to redo Kite Drake, but Kite Drake only works on synchro summons, so if this is not counted as a synchro summon. So maybe like Chambara to bring some effects, to bring some cards back from the banish, or maybe the Crystal Clearing Synchro Dragon and not the Over Dragon. I will think about it, because this effect I think has potential, but I'm not sure. And now we'll get to the star of the show, Crystal Clearing Over Synchro Dragon. It's a weird name, alright, but I don't mind it. It's a Wind Dragon Synchro effect monster. It has level 12, 3,500 attack and 3,000 defense. It requires 2 plus tuners, or 1 tuner synchro monster and a clear wing synchro dragon. And those requirements are fine, because you will have to play him anyhow to play like normal Crystal Clearwing or Clearing Rider or anything really. So it's a good addition, I guess. And its effects are also not bad. Once per turn, when another card or effect is activated, quick effect negate, and if you do and destroy, which sometimes is a pass, sometimes it's not. It's kind of sad that he's a level 12 and you only get like a 1 negate, but with the trap, because he's a soft once per turn, then you can like get 2 negates out of him, I guess. But it's very situational, but you know. And his second effect is, if this face-up synchro summon card leaves the field by your opponent, because so you cannot abuse the trap and this effect, you can special summon one clear wing monster from your extra deck, like for example Clearing Rider, Clearing Fast Dragon, I believe that is his name. Yeah, and like of course Clear Wing, but you cannot summon Crystal Wing, which is a little bit of a problem, but happens. And I'm actually not that mad, because like more cards that like I prefer myself the Sky Drake, because he's like better to pull off, but you never know. But yeah, this is the new support. I'm a little bit excited, although I would say I need to play it, and I definitely see potential, although I will have to dig into the pendulums and traps and the spells, although there's no real world spells other than wheel and scratch, but you never know, maybe I'll find something. If I'll find something interesting, and I will remember to, I will maybe make like a additional video, although I don't see the point. But yeah, this will be about it for now. If there is more info or they release more, I will gladly talk about it, or maybe if they say something more about Raika, I'll also talk about that. Some fish support, also I can talk about that. And yeah, we'll see each other when I feel like it, I guess. Bye bye.